Alrighty, everybody. So today we are making another traditional mead. This time we will be using alfalfa mead. Alfalfa honey. It's a long day already and it's not even 10 a.m. Woof. So we are doing alfalfa honey. This is a honey that I procured from Meridian Farm Market up here in Canada. It's a nice local butcher shop and deli, lovely little market. And they happened to have the honey that I wanted. So we are going to start with 2.5 pounds of this honey. So let's get that open and started. Nice. And it comes in a 1 kilogram jar, which makes measuring slightly more easy. Let's get that started. So 2.5 pounds into the fermenter. There we go. Words. Oh, good. It's a nice, easy flowing honey. How nice. There we go. We're at 1.6 pounds right now. Get as much of this honey out of here as I can. Should have gotten a smaller spatula. I'm making a mess, as is my way, you know. Ooh. All right. I'm making enough of a mess of that. Okay, so currently, according to my scale, I'm at 1.78 pounds. 1.79 pounds. Well, interesting. I'm not sure that is correct. Even with some of this honey that I still have, I would have thought I would have been closer to about 2 pounds. Because it is a 1 kilogram jar, and 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. There. Okay, we're better. We're getting better. 1.924. I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that this is indeed a full kilogram of honey because it says it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out, put that in there for now, get some water. Keep a note that I still need about 3/10 of a pound of honey. And I'm going to shake this honey out because I want all of it. I want to use all of it. Let's just shake it out. And it allows a chance for some oxygenation. Here we go. There we go. Very good. All right, we're going to add some of that water. We're going to add all the water, honestly. Okay. So there's that. And going to tear this out. There we go. And we're going to be gentle and add 0.3 pounds of honey. There we go. We're at 0.2, so got to be careful. 2.5, 0.25. 2.8, 3 pounds, 0.3 pounds. Ah! All right. Well, just try and clean up that as much as possible. There we go. As much honey as I can get in there. There we go. All right. So that is as close to 2.5 pounds as I'm going to get today. But now I get a chance to taste some honey. Light. Almost grassy. That is nice. Alfalfa is nice. Now I gotta wash my hands again. Okay. We've got honey and some water. Now I want to add more water because I want to be able to stir the honey with my spatula. Sorry about that. The battery on my little remote for my camera died in the middle of everything. So we are adding water to the honey so that I can stir it so that I can get an accurate gravity reading. Now gravity will tell me the potential alcohol for this particular brew. Now, why do I want that? Well, I like to know those kind of things about how much alcohol I am making to prepare myself and guests if I have guests who are going to partake in my brew. So we're going to add a little bit more water. Here we go. And now we're going to stir. And I'm not going to be gentle about it because we need oxygen at this point in the process so that the yeast can reproduce healthily and do the fermentation steadily. We want a steady fermentation, not a fast fermentation, because if it's too fast, then we get all sorts of esters and compounds that we don't necessarily want in the brew. It'll make it taste a little off. So the more oxygen we add now, the better, because we can't add oxygen later, because then there's a chance of turning the brew into vinegar, which would be sad. All right, so now I'm going to add up to the 1 gallon mark. There we go. Save this for another brew. Give it another good stir. Turn that off. What did I just reach for? I reached for my pH meter because after I add the Fermate O, which is a yeast nutrient, because honey does not have all of the nutrients that yeast need, I'm going to take a sample and get the pH of the brew. Why do I need to get the pH of the brew? Well, one, it's another data point, which is important. Two, it's because in lower proof beverages like beer, there is a chance of botulism happening if the pH is over something like 5. So long as this is, and this is, I'm imagining this is going to be about 12 to 13%. So there's less of a chance of that happening. But again, it's good to just be in that habit of getting that data point. So we'll do this. We are at 5.3 for pH. And now we need a gravity reading so I can tell you how much alcohol this is going to get. And I can do that because it's been sanitized. I'm at 22.4 bricks. And converting that into specific gravity, it becomes 1.904, so that puts it at about 12.2, 12.3% ABV. So we are gonna be good. All right, almost done. We got one more thing to add before I can put this away for a few weeks. We gotta add the yeast. And since we are still in our honey experiment, the yeast of choice is gonna be S33. It's a nice neutral yeast that'll help keep the honey flavors around. So I'm just gonna sprinkle the rest of this in. There's that. And now I'm gonna stick a lid and an airlock on it, and we're gonna wait a few weeks. Why do I need an airlock? Well, CO2 is a byproduct of fermentation, and this is a rigid object. And so if the pressure builds too much, it will explode. So the airlock allows the carbon dioxide to escape without any bugs or other unmentionables to come back in. So airlock, very important, otherwise things will explode and it would just be a bad day. So now we put the lid on and the airlock, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks when this is ready to go. Until next time.